It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. You look at what Coach Budenholzer has done with this Hawks team. For several years now, they've been a very tough matchup. How does Coach go out and get so much out of this roster?
You know, comes from a Spurs background under Coach Popovich, which focuses on playing strong team basketball. He's probably the best coach in the last 30 years.
Wow, 30 years. I would agree with that. You know, I'm trying to think who would be better. I don't know. But anyway, the passing in their offense is probably what makes them 30 years. Yeah, the passing in their offense. I keep that 30-year thing is just keep hitting me is what's really good. But Coach Bud is under his tutelage, kind of mimics his style. 30 years, though, man. That's probably accurate.
Over 30 years.
Bill Jackson?
He may be one of the best coaches in all of sports over that 30 years.
Kenny, it's
Bill
not
Jackson.
Kenny, it's not accurate. It's Shaq-urate.
And I'm talking about Pop, too.
Okay.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. The Hawks here looking to pick up one on the road before returning to Atlanta. And, of course, the big news, Joel Embiid out with the injury.
Yeah, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of the injury. Well, we only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of that previous game, and now they sound sure about it, and hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Well, that's great news, especially for those of us who happened to watch what happened to him. I mean, it was shocking. You could sense definitely his frustration with the injury.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, we know here in Atlanta, Mike Budenholzer has assumed the dual role of coach and GM of the Atlanta Hawks. It's a tough task, but he can draw on the experience in San Antonio, where Greg Popovich has a similar role. Like Pop, Coach Bud makes sure to listen to his differing opinions and empower the staff. Kevin?
He's done a terrific job, Dave. Thank you. Brent, just how important is chemistry and how long can it take a team to develop the good kind of chemistry?
Well, one of the important parts about chemistry that we don't talk about enough, Kevin, in my opinion, is not when things are going good. Chemistry sometimes shows itself for teams when you're at the lowest points of the season and how quickly you can dig out. So you're always developing it, but it might be most important when you're struggling.
You were reading my mind. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Schroeder runs the point with Korver to his side. Bazemore is the 3 with Millsap the 4. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And, hey, that's Korver's go-to. As soon as he catches that ball right there, it's going right up. Gotta love that approach.
Now here's Simmons. He's guarded closely. Kicks to Noel. That misses off the backboard. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Washington Wizards.
And it just seemed to me they wanted it more. I mean, you look at the second chance buckets, didn't play a whole lot of up and back. I mean, they stayed with each shot, grabbing the rebound, converting when they could.
There's Bayless with the 3. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. We've played just over a minute here in the first. 76ers on defense. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, they were like good college players, one and done. You got to be able to make some noise on the offensive glass and keep possessions alive. They weren't able to do that.
Simmons. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Screen by Howard. Now here's Schroeder. Bayless covering. That one falls.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Yeah, he paid attention in arts and crafts school right there. Didn't have to work very hard at all for that one.
He dishes it to Okafor. Lets it go from 11. Rebound, Atlanta.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Down low. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Second is Dwight Howard.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
So it's Philadelphia now, trailing by 2, and Simmons kicks to Noel.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
It's tipped. Howard, the pass to Schroeder. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Schroeder's got 5 points so far.
Well, not known as an outside shooter, he's definitely working on his three-point accuracy.
Simmons dishes to Bayless. Puts one up from 19. The shot comes out, and Atlanta will go the other way with it. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Korver passes to Millsap. Five on the clock. Excellent D there from Okafor. The 76ers trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Bayless kicks to Noel. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Almost got to that shot in time. Just a split second late there. Caught it just barely on its way down.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
One shot.
Well, you hear coaches talk often about the power of 5 and how a team can become greater than the sum of its parts. And there's no doubt that the Atlanta Hawks show and exemplify exactly that. High character, unselfish players, a team with no real superstars, but they certainly play the game the right way.
Howard dishes to Schroeder. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Bazemore. No good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And some have wondered whether the Hawks have what it takes to win big, Brent, without a true superstar.
Well, they don't have one, Kevin, but I think they've put themselves in position to land one. They don't have any bad contracts. It's a team that's made the playoffs each of the last 9 seasons. And with Coach Budenholzer's recent success, I think some players may be invited to come and participate in that system.
Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Howard.
And Dwight Howard, you know, he's lost some explosiveness over the years, but still remains an intimidating presence when he's healthy. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call him a #1 option on the offensive end, but still great in the pick and roll, better than most when it comes to posting, and defensively, when he's moving well, a straight beast.
And talking about Howard's defense, he's blocking fewer shots these days, but he remains extremely difficult to score against in the paint.
Yeah, statistically, opponents still struggle to shoot against him. He has the power and instincts to stop most true centers from getting comfortable on the blocks, and his reputation goes a long way toward unnerving opponents.
And that one falls for Henderson. And the Hawks making a change here. Splitter's checked in. Both free throws good from Henderson.
And the Sixers, patiently building with young talent. And through all the losing, Coach Brett Brown talked about seeing the daylight. And I think we're starting to see it as well. The roster's starting to take shape, and maybe that optimism is just around the corner for the Sixers.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
The shot, no good. The Hawks leading by 3. Millsap a screen on Henderson. Korver passes to Millsap. Here's Splitter. And that one comes up a bit short. And the Sixers have drafted for talent rather than for need. A lot of front court players. You wonder, Greg, how it would all fit in.
And I think especially for a young team with so many needs, you're best served going with the best player available. They've evaluated how the pieces fit, and now they can make the moves necessary to complete that puzzle.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
The first one falls, and the Hawks making a change here. Both free throws good from Bayless. And the Hawks 2 seasons ago storming to 60 wins and Brent the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And along the way, a franchise best 19-game winning streak.
Well, how amazing was that month of January where they played perfect basketball. The starting 5, they were all named co-players of the month. That was a first in league history. Also the franchise's first time to the conference finals in that season. But after getting swept, you know they still have some work to do.
Shoots a 3. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
That is a bad second foul there, guys. His team needs him to stay on the floor.
Sarge is checked in for Nerlens Noel. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The dish to Splitter. Here's Delaney. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Absolutely not. Bottom line is the D has to do everything it can to prevent him from getting that deep.
Now here's Bayless. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
Felt like he was just a wizard in that one, guys. Some of those passes were absolutely magical. It was fun to watch.
Sarge has the open look. A shot goes down and gets this game back to even. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. It's amazing to watch these NBA athletes competing every day. You and I get the lucky seat right there in front midcourt. Such size, such athleticism. It's intimidating. Who are the most intimidating players you think in the game today?
If you go to Detroit and you want to match up with number 0 there and Andre Drummond,
look out.
You're in for a long night.
Harness yourself in.
The way that he can patrol the middle, Kevin, and the way he's relentless at coming at the offensive glass and the defensive glass all game long, I'm really interested in the development of Andre Drummond as the centerpiece, figuratively and literally, for the Detroit Pistons. Well, Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer, his players will tell you, does a great job of being inclusive, making everybody from the stars to the reserves feel like they matter. He's establishing a collective trust. It makes a difference on the court. You can see the communication between staff and player.
The Hawks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. They set the pick. Millsap left side. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
I heard Coach Bud holds team dinners. Brand, he calls it breaking bread, trying to create that feeling of community, trying to bond the team together.
Well, you always want to feel like the coach is doing more than just coaching you, that the part of the job for him is caring about what's going on. There's also a great sense of open door policy that if you want to go in and talk to your coach, he's available whenever and wherever to do that. So all of that sense of community and camaraderie, that comes through in Atlanta.
Now here's Bayless. Picked by Okafor. And Bayless kicks to Okafor. And Splitter pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's Atlanta with it. It's a 3-point game. 5 to shoot. Splitter sets a screen. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Simmons coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
To the inside, Okafor with the steal. Now here's Simmons. Misses off the left iron.
Well, he's the last guy you want to leave open there, but somehow he didn't knock it down.
Here's Bazemore. Oh, and the jam by Bazemore.
It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Greg? I mean, it's a pretty small club, that's
very
for sure.
Exclusive.
He can really rise up.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. They get it back. Here's Okafor. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Just dirty work on the offensive boards there. Rips it down and then tops it off with a strong putback.
So it's Atlanta now. The Hawks working the ball around. Pass to Millsap. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, as people start to put together underrated lists, Paul Millsap at the power forward or small forward position comes up quite a bit. It's been that way for his entire career. Drafted 47th in 2006, and all he'd done at Louisiana Tech was lead the nation in rebounding, an unprecedented 3 consecutive seasons.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And for Millsap, he's never been the most explosive athlete or Brent the most imposing to look at. Really, he's undersized at 6'8".
Well, I think a lot of coaches out there who covet a skill set of somebody at his size didn't misread him. That's why he's having the success he's had the past couple of seasons.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Sarge. Hollis Thompson comes in for Simmons. Luwawu is checked in for Gerald Henderson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Jared Bayless. McConnell kicks to Ilyasova. Back to McConnell. Lock at 6. Over to the wing. Here's Ilyasova. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Now, you played all the backcourt positions, including shooting guard. Some have said the talent level at the 2 guard has fallen off a bit of late. Would you agree with this?
I think it's been an interesting shift, Kevin, in the NBA with regards to the scoring point guard and how much there are guards in our league who initiate offense not with the pass, but more with their ability to get to the rim, eventually get to the foul line, their ability to score the basketball and run pick-and-roll offenses. And with how quick teams are playing, there maybe are fewer opportunities for shooting guards to get the ball in positions where they can score.
But 2 guards have got to handle the ball. We're seeing that more and more, that versatility is important for teams.
No question about it. A lot of coaches are looking for complementary 2 guards or small forwards out there that can get to the right spots and then make the next play. After your point guard draws defense, can the next man on your team be just as effective with his pass, with his scoring? Then you got a combination that can do some damage.
Now here is Cephalosha. Dishes to Millsap. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And you look at the advanced numbers. Very quietly, Paul Millsap is one of the most effective rim protectors in the league.
Yeah, I think that's pretty impressive, Kevin, and it speaks to not just the physical abilities of a player, but mentally being able to read what it is that offenses are doing and step into the right position. He's only 6'6" in socks, but when you take into account that wingspan, he can be effective down low.
Free throw dropped for Millsap. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. And the 76ers setting an all-time record for patience as far as going young, Greg, and building through the draft. There's been a lot of losing along the way.
Yeah, and a lot of questions to their strategy. I mean, but the front office said their philosophy was trying to plant an orchard from seeds. They didn't want to buy apples, I guess. They wanted to grow them from the ground up. Well, they better get that harvest moving fast.
So it's Atlanta now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. He feeds it to Cephalosha. Millsap the screen on Thompson. Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. And stolen by Ilyasova.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And out of Georgetown University, Hollis Thompson, a 3-point specialist at shooting guard.
Yeah, how about a lanky 6'8"? He's got great length for the position, and that helps him defensively. Primarily a catch-and-shoot guy, not someone you want to rely on to create his own shot.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. The Hawks leading. To the middle, Okafor with the steal. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. They get it again. Ilyasova. They now take the lead. Ilyasova's got 5 points so far.
Ilyasova playing with a high motor tonight. Lots of activity. He's good for at least a few second chance points.
Millsap a screen to the inside. And Millsap slams it in.
Well, some people say that he's too short to play the power forward, but then you see him skying over guys. That is an equalizer.
Here's McConnell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Jahlil Okafor, really a throwback in a lot of ways, you know, when you think about some of the low-post giants that our game has seen. I mean, 6'11", over 270 pounds, tremendous hands and footwork, and he can take defenders to school on that low block. Going to continue to have to improve his passing, particularly out of double teams, and ability to face up a little more. But, again, this is a guy with a tremendous amount of ability moving forward.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And they say post play is a bit of a lost art. It's hard to do effectively against modern NBA defenses. You think Okafor will be successful, Greg, playing that kind of style?
You know, he'll have to develop his passing to punish teams who bring help. They have to surround him with shooters, though. If not, then there's no penalty for swarming him inside.
56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. Right wing. Here's Delaney. And again, it's Atlanta. The 76ers trail by 3. The pass to Luau. Shot from 12. Okafor dishes to Ilyasova. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Paul Millsap picks one up. The 76ers have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Okafor. Splitter is checked in for Paul Millsap. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's the pick. Pass to Muscala. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hardaway. Rebound by the 76ers. Ilyasova's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Thompson from long range. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hawks on top. They lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very seriously.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Well, they snuck out to the lead partly because of the play calling, largely because of the execution.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Thompson. Noel is out there with Saric, and it's Luwawu in at the 2-guard. And Nerlens Noel, already an exceptional defender, but his offensive game is still a work in progress.
Yeah, they're trying to develop his free throw shot, and I think they're hoping his elbow jumper improves along with it. He can already pass and slash from the high post, and if he gets that jumper going, he'll have the makings of a triple threat.
And so the ball out of bounds. Splitter touched it last. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Philadelphia.
And one thing they can definitely improve on is their work from three-point range, especially from the corners. That's an area of the floor that has been a black hole for them this season. If they can start to get some points from the corners, it'll really open things up for them.
Noel, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for Nerlens Noel.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Shooter kicks to Cephalosha. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, as always, the Atlanta Hawks run that fluid offensive system that is widely admired. You know, Steve Kerr, our old friend, used to say they get to the next level of their offense. You take away the first option, they automatically get to the second. You take that one, they automatically and fluidly get to the third option. Very few teams do that. Kevin?
Passing and shooting, D.A., that's what it's all about. Thank you. Outside Hardaway. The feed to Schroeder, and they get it. He's off on that one, and it's Philadelphia the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Luwawu, the pass to Sarge. Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by Schroeder. No good from Luwawu. The Hawks trail by 5. To the paint. It's picked off. And now Philadelphia on the break. Atlanta with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's have and have-nots. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And it's Schroeder missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the 76ers with some changes. Simmons checked in for Thompson. And it's Henderson for Luwawu. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Korver's checked in. There's a screen by Noel. McConnell kicks to Sarge. Goes up the baseline, and he gets it to go. Sarge has got 5.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Howard. To stop the drought. And it's Noel with the rebound.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
McConnell kicks to Sarge. Feeds to Noel. Shot clock at 6. McConnell in the corner. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Cephalosha dishes to Schroeder. The layup missed.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
And you can feel a little bit of that frustration, just confused, not sure what the game plan is at this point.
Anderson with it. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City. From the stripe. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And now an 11-point 76ers lead.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
And last season, the Hawks weren't nearly as dominant as the year before. They lost Amari Carroll to the Raptors in free agency. Brent, was that a big enough blow to account for that drop-off, you think?
Well, I think you have to point to improved play overall in the Eastern Conference as to one of the reasons why the Hawks dropped a little bit. Also, Kyle Korver had significant offseason surgery and was coming back from 2 injuries and didn't quite find his offensive rhythm. And then the speculation all year long about Horford. So there was no way they were going to be that perfect. And then Kent Bazemore stepping into the lineup to try to fill that Carroll spot. It took a little while, but the Hawks found their rhythm late in the season.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Philadelphia. Schroeder passes to Korver. Shot to stop the run, and the rejection by Noel. And here's the fast break. 16 feet away, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Hawks trail by 11. Stolen by Sarge. Poked away. It's stolen by Schroeder. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Kicks it to Noel. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Noel's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. And here's Schroeder. 7 points in the game. He dishes it to Howard. 5 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Schroeder. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Sarge dishes to Bayless. Here's Simmons. Noel wide open. He fires. Off target from the baseline. The Hawks trail by 11. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
The Hawks have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That's good from Schroeder. Brent, they say the elite big man in the middle is a dying breed. What do you think? Any truth to that?
How about the birth of the new big man?
I would say so, too.
I just don't like to be so pessimistic about what it is that we used to see.
You see cycles right in the league. You always see cycles.
Absolutely. So I'm more of one of those guys, glasses half full. So let's celebrate the versatility, the mobility, and the incredible talent of the young players at their size being able to be as effective as they are in the NBA.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now Bayless. Here's Sarge. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Bayless has got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Schroeder. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Washington.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Splitter, that's good.
Well, that's some grit and grind from Splitter to bury himself inside the paint, gets the ball, and finishes quite easily over the D.
Noel passes to Henderson. And Simmons kicks to Noel. And stolen by Howard. Here's Splitter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in field goal percentage, 4th in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
Free throw, no good. And a casualty of the Spurs, freeing up space for LaMarcus Aldridge. They had to trade away Thiago Splitter. He went off to Atlanta.
Yeah, no surprise there, the connection with Budenholzer and the Spurs in tracking down Thiago Splitter to make him a nice addition to this basketball team. One thing you'd like to see is to have Thiago Splitter have a few healthy seasons before it's all said and done.
Philadelphia with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Okafor up top. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
And really, last time, what I liked best is he used his body extremely well on the offensive glass. It seemed like the defense wanted no part of him when he got underneath.
On the wing, Corver. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers leading by 8. Bayless dishes to Simmons. Back to Bayless. He kicks to Okafor. Now here's Simmons. Defense right on him. Just 3 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in blocked shots last year. The 76ers third. Number 5, the Hawks.
Both clubs physically dominant inside the paint, and that's why you see those outstanding shot blocking numbers.
Splitter sets a screen. Inside, it's deflected. This one for 3. Another shot. To the paint. Now here's Bayless. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Delaney. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Paul Millsap's checked in for Atlanta. He doesn't get the second one. The 76ers leading by 7. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Millsap with the steal. And here comes the break. Bazemore for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Okafor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Thompson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Hardaway's checked in. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Bayless kicks to Anderson. To the paint, tries from 10, kept alive. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Luwawu's checked in.
The 76ers, Timothy Luwawu.
Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Luwalu's got his first bucket in this one. The Hawks trail by 9. Bazemore with it. 9 points last game. Here's Muscala. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And for the 76ers, they're shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. And here is Bayless. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 3rd rebound tonight. In the corner, Hardaway with it. He tries for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Bayless the pass to Ilyasova. Back to Bayless. Puts it up from 12. That's short off the rim.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
Got right up in his jersey. I thought they actually traded for him. Didn't allow separation. Just a terrific effort.
Hardaway for three. Kept alive by Atlanta. Knocks it loose. Thompson right side. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
The dish to Millsap. Here's Hardaway. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
For Atlanta, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The first one falls. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Jared Bayless. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Smooth stroke at the line. He shows that time and time again.
The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Luwawu. 58 seconds left here in the second. Okafor gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Sefolosha kicks to Muscala. Pulls up on the wing. Another steal.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, they can't let the shot clock run down too far on this possession.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Hawks trail by 8. Dishes to Sefolosha. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. He has 7.
That's a nice tip, and you can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
Here's McConnell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The screen from Thompson. Here's Ilyasova. No good on the buzzer beater.
And the defense from Millsap definitely has an impact on the trajectory of that one.
That'll do it for the first half. 76ers lead by 6 and will return shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They really touched on the right formula in the second quarter as they were able to pull out to a 6-point lead before the halftime break. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
They showed a total lack of discipline in the first half, way too many turnovers. Coach was not happy, a lot of miscommunication going on. This game could easily get away from them, but they do not tighten up.
And that'll do it as the second half is just about ready to begin. Back to Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game. Hey, watch yourself.
Celebrating with the best.
Welcome back, everyone, to Philadelphia. There's City Hall, an amazing building. Such a great part of this historic American city. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Nerlens Noel really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Yeah, you just don't see this much, but he's setting up for a monster game tonight.
Philadelphia leading by 6. On the court right now for the Hawks. Bazemore is the 3 with Millsap the 4. Schroeder runs the point with Korver to his side. And it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle. Yep, that one goes. That's 7 points for Jahlil Okafor.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Schroeder dishes to Howard. Millsap a screen. Here's Korver for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Ben Simmons, the latest star to come over from Australia. Many feel that he could be the player that vaults Australia into a powerhouse on the international level. A lot of hopes being placed on the shoulders of Simmons.
Yeah, fellow Australian Andrew Bogut said that Simmons will most likely be the best Australian player ever in just a short time. I mean, his game translates well in international ball, has the frame and playmaking ability to just carry a team.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Chris Humphries was first one of the best rebounders in the league, and now, after a few years of tinkering with the jumper, he's become a pretty good shooting big man. After the 2015 playoffs, Wizards coach Randy Whitman suggested that Humphries work on his three-pointer. Humphries said, "I hadn't really worked on it ever. I just had to adapt. I went at it trying to expand my game so I can play longer." Kevin?
I'm sure we'll see a lot of players trying to add that 3, D.A. Thank you. For Philadelphia, they have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. The Hawks trail by 9. And Bazemore kicks to Howard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you had the feeling that Dwight Howard was going to move on from Houston this last offseason. Ends up opting out and signing on with his hometown team, the Atlanta Hawks.
Shots.
Got a sizable 3-year deal as well.
That free throw missing. And for Howard, he was courted by several teams in free agency, arguably the biggest name at the center spot.
Well, he met with several teams that would have been a good fit, but I think the hometown factor was too hard to pass up with Atlanta. Might be his last big contract in the league. Might as well take it for the team you loved growing up.
And he sinks the second.
And the former first overall pick in the 04 draft, Howard has had a stellar career, a dominant force who continues to frustrate the opposition.
And Bayless kicks to Simmons. Back to Bayless. And it's sent back by Millsap. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Bazemore. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Brent, you look at Kent Bazemore, undrafted out of Old Dominion. At first, he was known more for his sideline antics as a reserve for the Warriors than anything else.
Well, now he's got other guys on the sideline waving towels, Kevin. He's developed into a very valuable rotation player, and he still plays with a chip on his shoulder, and I think that really helps him.
First free throw is good.
Bazemore showing what every lefty has, and that's craftiness. Just uses his body very well and takes smart shots within the offense.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike.
Well, hard not to root for a guy like Kent Bazemore, who just keeps working and improving. A breakout season for him in 2015, 2016. Starting most of the games for the Hawks, he showed he could score inside and out.
Okafor kicks to Noel. Noel sets a screen for Henderson. 4 on the clock. There's the pass to Okafor. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Atlanta with the rebound. Bazemore's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And you look at Bazemore, great progress on offense. But, you know, Brent, he won that Lefty Driesell Defensive Player of the Year in college basketball.
Yeah, trust me, a lot of coaches pay attention to those kind of awards, knowing that a guy has made it to the league because of their prowess on the defensive end.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Bayless. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 10 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
The first one falls. Sarge is checked in for Philadelphia. Both shots good from the strike. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Outside Korver. From downtown. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Korver's got 5 points so far.
Well, I guess the D didn't read the scouting report that you can't let Korver get free from the perimeter.
And Bayless kicks to Sarge. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Hawks trail by 4. Schroeder passes to Millsap. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
Shooting one.
The 76ers making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in.
Yeah, and coming into the NBA, Dennis Schroeder drew comparisons to Rajon Rondo for his frame and his quickness. He's already shown himself to be a better shooter than Rondo, but his defense still has a long way to go.
And Brent, you think of the comparison between Rondo and Dennis Schroeder. They both have a certain cockiness to them, don't they?
Yeah, they play with some bravado out there, and that's one of the first things that you notice about Schroeder. Great confidence. He doesn't back down from the challenge that anyone offers up. Not quite sure why he felt the need to rush that one. He had all the time in the world and just threw it up before he was ready to go.
For the lead. That's rebounded by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Bayless with the 3. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Hey, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, he is a huge reason why they have this lead.
Here's Simmons. 8 points for him. And Noel kicks to Simmons. Lets it go from 14. And the jumper falls for him. 16 points for Nerlens Noel.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Ilyasova, and that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Ilyasova's got 7 points.
Put that pass right on target. Way to get your teammates involved.
Schroeder dishes to Bazemore. Back to Schroeder. He feeds it to Millsap. Pass to Korver. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Korver's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Hawks.
Well, the D didn't do a bad job there. Korver just did a better job. You got to bring your A game against him and stick to him like glue.
Simmons passes to Ilyasova.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Schroeder. The feed now to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Hawks have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Bazemore dishes to Millsap. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Jared Bayless. Splitter is checked in for Atlanta. That free throw good for Millsap. Here's McConnell looking for his first basket still in this one. Passes to Simmons. Back to McConnell. Moves back up. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Noel.
Well, this is familiar territory for him, scoring off the second chance opportunities.
Schroeder passes to Splitter. Shoots from the right block, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
Well, Splitter is clever, so you have to be careful around the basket. Tricky player.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
And he knocks down the first one. Hollis Thompson's checked in for Philadelphia. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Atlanta. Hardaway comes in for Kyle Korver. So he gets them both.
Interesting to see Splitter really emerging from the free throw line. Struggled early in his career, but has been better every year since.
Ilyasova is screen on Schroeder. McConnell kicks to Ilyasova. Count it. Ilyasova's got 6 points in the quarter.
Beautiful entry feed right where his teammate could do something with it.
In the corner, Sefolosha with it. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Thompson outside. Feeds to Ilyasova. And Simmons kicks to Ilyasova. There's a screen by Noel. Here's McConnell. 6 to shoot. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. McConnell's got his first points of the game. The Hawks leading by 3. Schroeder dishes to Hardaway. Inside. Howard can't hit.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Splitter passes to Hardaway. Sefolosha kicks to Howard. And it's good. Off through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. He's got his 4th free throw of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Luwawu's checked in. The Hawks making a switch here.
Mind the lane. Mind the lanes. One shot.
free throw no good for Howard. The 76ers trail by 5. Luwawu, the pass to Noel, and stolen by Howard. Outside Hardaway. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Noel, drilled from 11 feet out. Noel's got 6 here in this quarter. The Hawks leading by 5. Kicks it to Howard. Here's Muscala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The 76ers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Luwawu, the pass to McConnell. Ilyasova gets the bucket.
Yeah, maybe the shot selection in the first half took him out of a rhythm, but in the second half, he's making everything.
Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Delaney, and he comes up with the deuce. 9 points in the game so far.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Luwawu. There's a screen by Noel. Here's McConnell. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Hardaway. Count it, and the foul. Noel. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
That free throw good from Hardaway. The 76ers trail by 8. The pass to Luwawu. He dishes it to Saric. And it's off the back rim. No good. Atlanta shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. To the middle. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
McConnell kicks to Saric. We've got 1:48 left here in the third quarter. They set the screen. Here's Luwawu. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Hawks leading by 10. Hardaway kicks to Cephalosha. A 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Cephalosha's got 5 points so far.
Well, if you're going to give Cephalosha that much room, you know he's got a great chance of taking and making it.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The 76ers with another miss.
But his offense just has not been there tonight, and he needs to step up his game because there's still time to recover.
He kicks it to Muscala. 7-foot shot. It's hauled in by Saric. The 76ers trail by 13. Luwawu, the pass to McConnell. There's the 3. And Luwawu gets it to go. Luwawu's got his second basket of the game.
He's the last guy on this team that you want to leave alone. Great look.
The dish now to Cephalosha. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Bucket is good.
And he has a great ability to lead his man with the pass. Puts him in great position to score.
Atlanta leading by 10.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
That's got to be the game plan here. Make this the last possession of the quarter.
Now Hardaway, 8 points for him. Here's Delaney. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks ahead, up 10. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Hawks leading by 10. They've got Jahlil Okafor. Henderson out there with Jared Bayless. Then there's Saric, and it's Simmons in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Schroeder dishes to Splitter. He feeds it to Muscala. Offline with his 3.
Very lazy defense there, but luckily they got bailed out by the missed shot. He won't miss many of those opportunities.
That cuts the lead to single digits. That's 10 points for Jahlil Okafor.
I think that's exactly the shot they wanted, Kevin. He can make that one all day long.
And you see that blonde streak for Dennis Schroeder? His mother used to run a hair salon. She wanted Dennis to dye his hair blonde. Instead, he did just that spot.
Well, it's become a bit of his trademark, Kevin, and during the 15-16 NBA season, even had his number 17 emblazoned in gold back there. So it's not the only thing right now that's setting him apart. There aren't many German players in the NBA. Of course, we think of Dirk Nowitzki first, but Schroeder coming along nicely.
Atlanta making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Simmons. To the inside. Saric doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Bazemore misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Saric, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Saric.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the jam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
Yeah, 2020 tonight. He could not be more focused, just locked in. Got to give him the ball.
And it comes off the front of the rim. The Hawks leading by 11. To the right side. Splitter against Ilyasova. Here's Schroeder. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Okafor's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and the whistle blows. It'll be on Thiago Splitter. That's his 3rd foul of the game. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And Simmons slams it in.
And the vertical of Simmons, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to shine.
Here's Schroeder. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And knowing that's the kind of D the opposition has been playing, he's going straight for the jugular, just like he should.
It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Ilyasova. Hawks shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Splitter sets a screen. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Tries it from the top of the key. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Millsap's got 21 in the game.
Well, right now, Millsap is the guy you need to feed. He's knocking down everything out there.
And the 76ers call time here. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
Well, they might want to think about doubling him, maybe tripling him. I'm not sure what's going to work. Right now, he's hitting everything.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bazemore passes to Korver. Out to the right wing. Millsap against Okafor. Korver gets a wide open look. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. And Millsap stops it in.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
The 76ers trail by 10. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Takes a shot at the elbow. They get the rebound. Chalk up 2 there. Ilyasova's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
And Bazemore kicks to Splitter. Back to Bazemore. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Schroeder. Bayless grabs the board.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
The Hawks leading by 8. Right wing. Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Simmons. Guarded by Korver. No good from Simmons.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Teardrop shot. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, his confidence really nowhere to be found right now, and he's lost all rhythm in that jumper.
High post try. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
The shot's good from Bayless.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Dishes it to Splitter. And it's Schroeder in the corner. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
He's getting anything he wants out there. He has this look in his eyes that says, nobody's going to stop me. Not tonight.
And Bayless kicks to Ilyasova. Simmons dishes to Okafor. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Clock at 6. Here's Henderson. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Bayless has got his 9th assist in the game now. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Double team on Millsap. Bazemore for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Okafor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to Henderson. Inside. Bayless's shot is off.
He needs to be more patient on offense and not force shots like that. The D was right up in his face there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's foul number 2 for him. Hollis Thompson's checked in for the 76ers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Atlanta. Back to Millsap. Double team on Millsap. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Millsap. 16 points for Howard.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Now here's Simmons. Bayless the pass to Henderson. The feed to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. The shot that time not on target. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight. Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore. And that one falls for Okafor.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Schroeder with the ball. Down low, it's deflected. Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
And when Howard gets it going, watch out. It's scary to see him dominate like this.
The 76ers trail by 8. And Bayless kicks to Thompson. To the wing on the left. Inside, here's Simmons. Atlanta with the rebound.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Outside Korver. Pass to Schroeder. From the stripe. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Thompson. Henderson with it. Now defended by Korver. To the paint. No good from Simmons.
Yeah, so far he has not had his usual effort in this one, and it's really hurting the team.
Schroeder kicks to Korver. Passes it to Howard. Feeds it to Cephalosha. For the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the middle. Here's Henderson on the jam by Gerald Henderson.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet. Love to see passes to guys on the move that are on target. They don't break stride.
The 76ers trail by 8. To the paint. Here's Thompson. And that's on a bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Atlanta on D. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And here is Simmons, picked by Okafor. Bayless from long range, nailed from three-point land.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Schroeder. Kicks to Howard. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Gets the bucket and the foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Seemed extremely focused on that hoop the whole way. You could see it in his eyes. Was not going to be denied.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Robert Covington. The Hawks leading. Schroeder kicks to Korver. Stolen by Henderson. And now Philadelphia on the break. Henderson with the ball. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here is Bayless. Now Simmons. To the middle. Here's Henderson. Deflected by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now here's Schroeder. Millsap left side. And it's Korver in the corner. Connects from three-point range. Korver's got 11 in the second half.
Excellent job by Korver's teammates to get him the ball. They let him take advantage of that opportunity.
Picked by Okafor. Simmons dishes to Bayless. Okafor with no one around. Ilyasova.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Ilyasova with the height of a big man. He's very much at ease and has a great release.
And the second of two is good. That brings them within two.
Only down two now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a two-possession game.
Schroeder kicks to Cephalosha. Pass to Millsap. Let's go. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 2. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Bayless kicks to Simmons. Count it! a huge shot to tie it up.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
That is showing a very steady hand with the pressure dialed to 11.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown.
And inside is where Howard does the most damage, especially how he gets these calls.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. In the corner, Henderson with it to take the lead. The second effort. And it's sent back by Howard. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Got it!
What a huge shot from Millsap. Gotta love how he steps up in that moment.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 2. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And the veteran Korver, one of the deadliest outside shooters of all time.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're down by 4. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
Yeah, let's forget about how to foul and concern ourselves with who to foul.
Henderson, no one around him. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Horrible collapse there, guys. There's simply no excuse to give up a wide-open three-pointer off of the dead ball inbound play.
the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
The pass to Ilyasova. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, how about Ersan Ilyasova stepping up? It's a huge make in a close one. Fourth quarter theatrics in full swing.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to get a 3. That's the only thing that's going to do it.
Bayless from long range. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. It looked like the game was getting away from you. So how big is it that you were able to come back?
We got to do a better job of executing down the stretch. As simple as that. We're just glad we got this win. We just can't let these things happen in the future.
I know you're going to keep working on it. Thanks again, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard. It looked like he was shot out of a cannon coming out of the half. Beyond aggressive, he completely hijacked the pace of the game.
In a game like this, when Dwight Howard decides to dominate, there's nothing an opponent can do. That's what I love to see him do. Use his size, all the physical tools he has, just go off. Dwight's a big man with a big game, and he was his best in this one.
His accuracy, wow. I was blown away by how consistent he was throughout this game. There's a part of you that thinks like, okay, another one and another one. It's going to be another one that goes in, and then you realize, you know what, it's just his night.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, spectacular, just great. See you.
Good night.